Wagwan, lads and ladettes, welcome back to the MagnaMario Show, where today I found one of the creepiest guys in public, dressed as a baby at a kid's park. So I was scrolling through Reddit and I found a video of some guy fully dressed as a baby at a park, a family park, trying to fully immerse himself as a baby. So yeah, just play the clip. So this dude thought it'd be a good idea to go dressed as a baby, act like a baby, and try and hang out with other babies. Like, I understand people who identify as other things, that's completely fine. Like, if you want to identify as something else and it makes you happy or makes you more comfortable in yourself, you do you. But this is like this super extreme of that. If you go around hanging out with children, that's just, as an adult, that's wrong. Now, if I had a child, a wee little KingMagna, playing at the park, or in the sand, you're playing around, and there's some 6-foot man dressed as a baby comes near me, I'm either telling him to piss off or I'm calling the police, because this is wildly inappropriate and unacceptable. Also, if anyone's thinking, it's 2022, he can wear whatever he wants, people can wear what they want now, and to that I completely agree. I agree completely. But I also think there's a time and a place for everything. Like, if he wants to dress more masculine, more feminine, that works in most situations. There's not really many situations where it's completely wrong to dress as, a woman or a man, no matter what your gender is. But if you're going to children's parks as a baby, there's a big problem there. If you're going to, your granddad's funeral and you dress as a fox, you're a furry, don't do that. Just dress smart or dress appropriate. I'm not saying you have to put effort in. You can just put a hoodie on, put some jeans on, put some joggers on, I don't care. And that's not me saying you can't, dress up as a baby or you can't, wear fursuits. But please don't do it around people. You have a house. Most people have houses, and if you don't have a house and dressed as a furry, I think your priorities are pretty wrong. Now, if you can't tell, this gifted man, blessed straight from God himself, is from America. Straight from America. And the only reason I know this is because of the officer's uniform, and I'm only saying, this for a fact because this just wouldn't happen in the UK. If you did this was your pastime, if your pastime was just as a child, this would be bullied out of you in 5 minutes. Also, if you're in the UK, you're gonna get stabbed. We have a lot of knives there. There's a lot of knife crime. This shit just doesn't go up. Like, having the Libra kids evolve into furries like Pokemon, in the UK, there's normally 1 or 2 of them. Like, in the whole school, that is. But in America, it seems you have, actual packs. You have, flocks of wolves and foxes. American schools are getting really goofy out there. Now, as it relates to the topic, and I've never had a chance to really tell this story, I want to tell you a story about how I met, furries for the first time when I was doing music production. It was an award show at the end of the year. We just finished, I basically, done my course. I just finished my music production course, and it was an award show, so most people came in shirts, suits, or dresses, all that kind of stuff, smart stuff, because we were told in the invitation, dress smart, dress to impress. And, the course where I did it, it's a media building, so they had media studies, they had music studies, and they had game studies, and they had these games to test whilst you were at the award show. So the whole time I didn't really speak to many people because all my friends didn't go because they thought it was for nerds. I just played games the whole time, just testing all these games out, and they were all broken, all boring. None of them were good. And 2 people were next to me. They were watching me play the games because obviously me, pro gamer, I was doing pretty well. But then they kept talking to me, and I don't know if you know this, I'm not very social. I'm a quite antisocial person. I like to just be by myself, bit of an introvert. They kept talking to me, and I was just confused why. I wasn't doing anything. I was 17. I was playing games. I thought they were the same age as me, but I responded. I don't want to be awkward, so I just responded. I was answering their questions. I was talking to them, and then they walked away. They were a bit weird. I noticed they were a bit odd, but I just didn't think about it because it's a games course. There's going to be a few odd ones. And I was talking to them later because they came back, and I was playing this truck game. It was the only game I actually enjoyed. It's like Clutch Truck, but you are the truck, so that was pretty fun. And they were both 22, and I was just confused. And they weren't dressed smart. They were dressed in casual. They were wearing joggers and loose t-shirts. just normal stuff. Like they'd just gone to like, they had a day out and then they just came out to this, and I was just confused. And I noticed, you know, just after when I was talking to them, they were walking away and they were both wearing foxtails. And I was thinking, at 22, they're walking around an award show with all these people around us, just as a fox. And once again, you know, dress how you want at home. And when you're with other people that are in your like group, you can do that. But when you're around public people, you know, a lot of people get put off by this. It makes them uncomfortable. When you force them to be part of your fantasy, people don't like it. And the only reason I bring this up is it felt a bit weird being around these people wearing tails. You know, they're a bit awkward. Imagine how uncomfortable these parents must have felt when this man dressed as a baby. Like, I definitely would have thought he was a danger to their children. Like, if I was a parent, I would have thought, you know, that he's a danger to my children, I'm calling the police. And that is a completely appropriate reaction. I believe that, and that makes so much sense to call the police. I would do the exact same. And I know that was a massive tangent, but people should, you know, dress appropriately, or at least not get angry when people start staring at you, you know, if you're wearing your tail butt plug or nappies and dummy in public. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you want more, and yeah, see you.